So you're learning scales for the first time, or you're teaching scales, and you want a really fast way to figure out what the notes are. Maybe you or your student don't read notes yet, and here's a really great way to get started even when you don't know notes. Or if you just need to see the patterns better. I make a crease on this paper about 1/3. I fold it over, and then I've got a nice fold here, and then I have this flappy bit here, and I'm going to stick it behind the keys right up against the fall board. C scale naturally has the right whole steps and half steps. Here's a whole step with a black key in between. There's a whole step with a key in between. There's no key in between, so that's called a half step. I'm going to draw a building at the end of every one of these keys. If you tell your student, for instance, this is a street, and at the end we're going to draw a building. You just have to make sure you don't end up drawing on the keys. I've done that a few times. And then you might not want all your buildings to be the same because you're a very interesting teacher. And then you can make, like, I don't know, a space needle or something. Okay. And then here's 6. You can even start drawing the numbers with the scale degrees on the buildings. And then students get an idea of scale degrees already. So 7 and 8 are the other half step. You can call it 8, or you can just call it 1 again. In fact, I kind of like to do that. I'm going to put a heart on what's called the tonic, which is the first note of the scale. And then I'm going to put a little star at the top of this, what we call the dominant. And then, for a reason you'll see in just a second, I'm going to put fireworks over 7. Okay, 7 has a special function in the scale. It pulls you into the leading tone. So I'm going to harmonize this scale. Don't feel like you have to study the chords or whatever I'm doing. I'm just going to harmonize it so you start to feel the pull of the 7 into the 1. So 7 really wants to finish out into 1. Okay, so here's the tonic, and I'm looking at this dominant right here, 5, and I'm going to take this tonic building and stick it on the 5. Well, look at that. I have white key, white key, white key, white key, white key, white key. Whoa, fireworks! I have a new note. And then it goes into 1. So this is called a G scale. And now you see you have all the notes. If I do that again, I keep the old sharp I had. It's right there, it's the 3rd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is the new sharp. So if I keep going up like that, my new key is always going to be on the fireworks note. That's called the leading tone. And you can teach any one of these scales, any one of the major scales, if you're trying to learn D flat and you're not sure what the white keys are. Or if you're trying to learn E flat, which is kind of a mix, black keys and white keys, then this will easily show you and whoever's trying to learn the scales which notes to play. Doesn't tell you the fingerings, but it's a great start in learning the scales and seeing what the pattern really is.